Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Getting Started with Vendasta. My name is Hadley, and I'm going to be going over the Partner Center today. So I'll also introduce my other teammate, Nathan. He is on the call with me. He's going to be handling all of your questions in the Q&A, and I'm going to be your live presenter going over Partner Center today. So we do have a couple housekeeping items to go over first. Yes, we are recording this and we will share this replay link in a follow-up email. Any kind of questions, we are going to be doing a live question and answer session at the end of the presentation. So if you guys could all direct all of your questions into the Q&A portion on the right-hand navigation menu, that will be awesome, and we will get to those at the end. And any kind of replays we have, you can access past webinar recordings with the Vendasta Content Library, and we will also be putting that link up here shortly.
Nope, sorry, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Here it comes. Ta-da! So if you want to right-click on that link and open in a new tab, don't close the webinar, don't leave yet, but do bookmark this because this is where we put all our recordings.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Nathan. So any of those old videos, you can watch that there, and we will get right into the Partner Center. Perfect. I do want to preface that I am using a demo account that we have internally here. So you might notice some discrepancies with your account, but that's okay. No need to worry. We're just in a demo one. Perfect. So the first thing that I wanted to start with is actually getting your logo and your branding all sorted out here. So I'll go to the top left brand here. I'm just going to click into here. So it will pull up the partner branding. The first thing that I want to highlight is your company name. This is where you are going to put your own company name here. Moving through, we do highlight the logo here. So this is where you will be putting your logo, and this will also appear within your Partner Center as well as your business app navigation menu. Moving on to the company avatar, this will be used when people create a shortcut for your platform or with the business app on their mobile phone. So this is what they would be seeing here with the company avatar or the shortcut icon. The favicon, if you look up to one of your open tabs here with the AL, which is our ample PID, this would be the favicon that they would be seeing. So again, you would just put your branding logo here, and that's what they would be seeing on an open tab that they have either in a Chrome or Safari. Once that's all configured, you can just press save, and that would be your branding within the Partner Center as well as Business App. Moving on to the left-hand navigation menu, we're just going to click into the Administration tab in order to invite new team members and get your seats filled up with your subscription. I would just click into My Team. And from here, it's going to show a list of the team members that we already have active in here with this internal demo PID. The first thing that I'm going to show you is how to invite a new team member. So from here, we'll just click Invite Team Member. We would fill in the first name, the last name, as well as their email to send them a welcome email to get started with the Partner Center. And from here, we're also going to choose the type of role that you would like to see this partner have. So from here, we can either choose the admin, the salesperson, or the digital agent role. With the admin, this is the overarching administration role that you could give to people here. The salesperson, this would provide access to the opportunities and the My Meetings within Partner Center, as well as you can also put a salesperson designated to with each client that you have here in the accounts. And then we also have the option to provide them as a digital agent role. This would provide access to the task manager, as well as I did want to highlight, we do not have this access available on the starter subscription, but every other subscription, you would have the digital agent role. So let's say that I click into this administration role. The first thing that we would fill out here is the market. In this case, we have two options here. We could either have the all markets or we could have the amplify market here. Another thing that we can do with these is actually show more permissions. For example, if you wanted them to have an administration role, but you didn't want to have them access to the dashboard, we could just toggle that off, and then that way they wouldn't have any access to the dashboard. Same thing with any of these other ones. You can come in here and toggle them on or off to hide or enable different kinds of settings. Perfect. So moving on, we are going to be getting into 3 crucial steps that we have. If you've had an onboarding call with us recently, this will sound very familiar. So we will just go into that AI, and we are going to be putting up a poll here. So I just wanted to ask how many of you have gotten your AI chatbot deployed on your websites. And Nathan will throw that little poll up there. Perfect, and we'll give you guys a second to answer that.
Oh, yes, people are interacting. Fantastic. This is the first poll I've done. I'm excited.
Awesome. It looks like quite a few people have got their AI deployed on their website. That's awesome.
Fantastic to hear. Now, for those of you who do not yet have your AI employed, don't worry. We have whole setup sessions where we can help you with that. Give me 2 shakes here. As Hadley describes the AI section, I'm going to throw up a link to our team booking link so you can book a configuration call if you don't have that set up.
Perfect. Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, so moving on to the AI workforce, I'm just going to go into this left-hand navigation menu over here and click in the AI workforce. This is where all of your AI employees are going to live. Again, it might look a little bit different depending on which subscription you're on, but I am just going to click into this chat receptionist here. I'm going to hit configure. This is the one that's actually going to be living on your website. So we do have a couple things here that we can go through and customize. I want to highlight the profile. So here we could customize the role. This is defining your AI's roles and its behavioral guidelines. The generative AI, this is just defining the model that's powering the AI's responses. Right now you'll have it set as the 4.1. The capabilities, a great way to think of the capabilities are the actions that these AI agents are going to be taking. We already do have 2 set up for your businesses. We'll have the capture leads as well as the analyze the snapshot reports. The third one that we have is to the knowledge sources. Oh, sorry about that. Should be large view now. Perfect. The third one that I wanted to highlight is the knowledge sources section. This is where all of the information you will provide to the AI in order to answer any of these questions that these leads are going to be asking it on your website. The next thing that I want to go through in this crucial setup process is Vendasta Payments. We want to ensure that your team is getting paid for all of the hard work that you guys are doing on the back end. So we'll just go into the left-hand navigation menu and click Administration. And we're going to scroll all the way down until you see the commerce settings. From here, we're going to click into the Vendasta Payments. And this is where you could either create a new Stripe account within the Vendasta platform, or you can connect an already existing Stripe account that you may have with your company. Once again, this is just to ensure that you guys are getting paid for all of the hard work that you guys are doing. The next thing that I want to highlight in these crucial setups is the email settings. So on the left-hand navigation menu, I'm just going to click into the marketing. And at the very bottom, I'm going to click into the email settings. Perfect. And so when you guys are sending out marketing campaigns and email campaigns, we want to ensure that these are getting maximum deliverability and also not ending up in people's spam folders. So these are the settings that we are going to configure to ensure deliverability. First, we would just put your sender name. I always encourage people to use their business name just in case you do have multiple people going in there and sending out marketing campaigns. It just keeps it more consistent with branding. The second thing that I like to highlight is the reply address. If people wanted to reply to those marketing campaign emails that you guys are sending out, this is the email that it would be directed back to. And then once again, we get into these advanced email settings to ensure deliverability. We would just toggle on the use my own email domain. And then for example, we would just put vendasta.com as your authorized email domain. And then from there, it will auto-populate with a bunch of DNS records that need to go into the backend access of the domain in order to get that hooked up. The next thing that I'm going to move into is a high-level overview of the CRM. So on the left-hand navigation menu, I'm just going to click into the CRM, and then I'm going to click into the My Meetings. It won't show up, but on your end, in this case, you would be able to connect your meetings link, so you would be able to connect your Google Calendar or your Microsoft Calendar, whichever that you work with. And you would be able to have people book in with you. You can also play with the settings of how many minutes after a meeting you want, how many meetings before for that buffer time. You have lots of availabilities there. The next thing that I want to get into in the CRM is the companies, and we will get into our second poll of the day. So we were just wondering how many companies or contacts you guys have added into your CRM.
So if you've already added some clients to your CRM, hit that yes. And if you haven't yet, that's okay. Just hit that no. And that is something the onboarding team can also help you with if need be. But Hadley's going to take us through a few ways you can get those people in there so that you can start prospecting, start crafting some deals, start making some money.
Perfect. Thank you, Nathan, and thank you everyone for your answers. I do want to highlight a key difference between both the companies and the accounts. The companies, a great way to think of that is the sales and the nurturing that you're doing with these sales. You're currently working with them and you're wanting to sell them products and services. And the accounts are already businesses that you have an established relationship with and that you're already in the process of selling them products and services. So once I'm in the CRM, I just clicked into the companies tab, and there's three major ways that we can actually put these companies into the CRM. The first one that we can do is manually create a company. So for example, if it loads here, I will just put in Starbucks, and it will come up with some different companies here, and then it will actually auto-populate all of this other information. And then from here, we can just create. In this case, I'll go back. Another option with importing companies, we can click on this import here up in the right-hand corner. Hopefully our Wi-Fi catches up.
Maybe give your screen a refresh. Sometimes that helps.
Oh,
there we go.
Perfect. So when I click that import a list, we are going to be able to, oh, the refresh is catching up. Gosh.
The joys of a live demo. Thanks for your patience, folks.
Sorry, everyone. Just getting the apologies, everyone. We're back here at the import section. So all we would do here, we would just click on Start and Import. And from here, we can download the CSV template. And from there, it would just give you an automatic way of putting those companies in. So you would have their business name, their contact information, and then also the contact name as well here. And then you would just upload this list back as a bulk import. Sorry, everyone, with the refresh, it took me back. There we go. Perfect. And the third one that I wanted to highlight on this companies tab is to actually find leads. So I'm going to go up into the right-hand corner and click on Find Leads. And let's say, for example, I wanted to start looking up coffee shops near me. I'll type in coffee shops. And what this is going to do is bring up the local 20 to 25 businesses surrounding my area. And what it's going to show is their Google reviews, as well as their star rating and how many reviews they have, if they have a Google business profile claimed, as well as if they have a website or not. In this in this case, this is a good example, the Snowy Village Pacific Avenue location. And you can see here that they actually don't have a website. So that would be kind of a low-hanging fruit in this case. In order to reach out to them, start creating a relationship, maybe send them a snapshot report, and then also show them the products and services that you would offer them in order to help gain their online presence. The next thing that I'm going to move into is the accounts. So on the left-hand navigation menu, I'm just going to click into Accounts. And from here, I'm going to click into the Manage Accounts. Once again, this is the already established list of clients that you're doing business with. And from here, you also have two options on either creating an account or finding an account. Another thing that I wanted to highlight in the account section is also managing your business app. So from here, I'm just going to click into this Manage Business App. Perfect. And then from here, all of these settings are things that you could toggle with to customize the view of your client-facing dashboard, the business app. The next thing I'm going to move on to with the Partner Center is the Marketplace. So on the left-hand navigation menu, I'm just going to navigate to the Marketplace. And from here, we're going to go into Products. These are the individual products that you are able to sell to your clients, and we also have the opportunity to sell them in packages. So we'll just wait for it to load. So you'll see here a list of the individual products that you can sell your clients, as well as you also have the opportunity here to go into the packages. Perfect. And I'm just going to click into these recommended packages. So we already have pre-built out packages ready for your use and ready to sell. So for example, here we have one that is specifically tailored to real estate agents, insurance brokers, and mortgage advisors. Another example that I like to highlight is the pet services. So we have an AI workforce packages specifically for groomers, pet boarding, and veterinarians. The last thing that I wanted to show you here in the Partner Center is how to submit a support ticket or get help. In the top right-hand corner, you'll see this question mark that surrounds with a little circle here. You can click on that and submit a support ticket as well with any kind of technical questions that you have. The second one that I wanted to highlight is that you have your very own Vendasta AI assistant. So from here, you can click in there and start chatting with the AI assistant on any kind of technical questions that you have. Perfect. And now we would move into our live Q&A. Nathan, do we have any questions in the chat?
We had one question in the Q&A section, and folks, we do still have time. If you want to throw a question in there, we can. This one was from Jeffrey Vaughn, and I believe we've answered it for him, but just in case others are having trouble with it, the question was, he wasn't able to see the My Team section in his administration panel. And the answer to this one is likely you are missing one or two permission boxes when you were added into the platform. So whoever the main user, the main admin of your Partner Center is, you should be reaching out to them to just get that turned on if you need access to that Teams menu. If you are the main person, let's say you're the only person at your agency and you're not seeing that, please reach out to your Vendasta salesperson, and they will add you in there with full permissions. Obviously, something got missed in that case. Great question, Jeffrey. Thanks for bringing it up. I'm just going to take a quick look in the chat here. And do have a list from another platform. Okay, so Tommy Zamuda, looks like when we were talking about adding clients to your CRM, if you are coming from another platform such as some other CRM, and you have the ability to export that information from the CRM that you're leaving, you can do that. However, when importing it, we recommend using our template so that it matches properly with our CRM fields. Great question. Yes, you can bring lists from another platform. It just has to be formatted in our template so that they go to the right spots. Is there a way for me to find leads across the country? Hadley, I'm going to throw this one to you with the find leads functionality.
Yeah, sorry. Just sharing my screen.
And while you're sharing your screen there, Tommy, the template is actually on the import page itself. So when you click import in the companies section of the CRM and then click start an import, the template will be downloadable right from a link on that page. Great question. And we're still seeing your presentation there.
There we go.
There we go.
Awesome. So yeah, highlighting back to the companies, we would just click into the CRM and then the companies tab. And then from here, once again, we would just go to the find leads function. And then anything that you want to search here, maybe, for example, a good one is bubble tea.
That'll be your local area. And then if I wanted to look for something in Toronto, for instance, because we're not in Toronto, what would we do?
Then we would say in Toronto.
And that'll change your targeting. It's pretty slick. Now you can be as, sometimes it takes a moment to catch up. You can be as granular as you want. You could even put a specific zip code if you really want to focus in on one exact area. Just specify the location in your search. Do I need an API key to integrate with other software? So there are some integrations. Hadley, can you show where the integrations list lives?
Yes. So I just went into the left-hand navigation menu and I went to the administration tab at the very bottom, and then I'm just going to scroll all the way down into the advanced section, and then I would just click on integrations. So from here, I would just be able to search any kind of integrations that you're looking to connect to the CRM or the platform here.
Now it's, yeah, perfect. And it's not an exhaustive list. Most things we don't have a direct API for. However, you can see a Zapier integration, and most things can be linked with a webhook to the platform through Zapier. Now, one other thing we forgot to mention that I'm realizing now, Hadley, is under the creating a Stripe account in Vendasta Payments, and there are two different ways to do that. And I think it would be good to highlight the pros and cons of each method.
Yeah, for sure. So when you create an account here with Vendasta, you will have access to our rates here. Another thing to look at is if you are connecting on an already existing Stripe account that you already have, it would be beneficial if you have better rates than ours listed here. Then that would be great to connect to that account that you already have existing. Another thing to note is that if you do create an account, a Stripe account here within Vendasta, if you ever need to leave Vendasta, that account would actually just stay in our platform here.
Yeah, so that kind of locks you in if you're creating a new one. Now, the other side of the coin, if you're bringing in an existing Stripe account, that gives you access to all the reporting, and your Stripe dashboard is normal. You can pick up and leave with it and all that. There is a slight platform fee in that case if you're bringing in an existing account. It's 0.75% per transaction in that case. So you want to weigh the pros and cons. Pick the method that works best for you. We generally recommend, just so you have full ownership over your own Stripe account, for you to create one and connect it as an existing account. But there is that extra platform fee in there we want to be transparent about. Great question. All right, we got some more in the questions and answers here. A quick one, do we have instructions on how to use Zapier? We don't have anything internal, unfortunately, but it is an external platform. So in order to build webhooks, you would have to use Zapier's training and help ecosystem. Do we know if they're going to add alignable or next door integrations, or if we can request them? I don't have a list of all of the integration on the horizon right now. But if you would like to request an integration that we don't have, Hadley, can you show them in the help menu where they can click to request feedback or give product feedback?
Yeah, for sure. So in just the top right-hand navigation menu here, I'm going to select this help button. And then from here, we have an option to give product feedback. So that's a great way to share your thoughts about different kinds of feedback that you want to give on our products and what we're offering.
And our developers monitor that. You can also go in and upvote other people's suggestions. If you see a suggestion in there that you would like, the more upvotes the suggestion gets, obviously the more the developers are likely to implement it on the roadmap. All right, and we've got another question here. I'm just gonna throw it up on our overlays and put it on the screen. I should have been doing that before, but here we are. And it's not showing up. Okay, that's great. So I'll just read it. Carla asks, email settings under advanced email settings, use my own domain. I have my email address in the domain. It says that there's a problem updating sender info. Is this normal or do I need support for this? It does sound like, Carla, what you're experiencing might be a bug. So if I'm understanding you correctly, it sounds like when you're trying to update the sender info and you click save, it throws up a little gray box at the bottom that says there's a problem updating the sender info. First and foremost, I would recommend just giving your screen a quick refresh and try again. And if it still is giving that same error, try and grab a little screenshot of the error itself and open a support ticket. They can look into our support 24/7 support team can look into that specific bug you're experiencing. In a lot of cases, I find a refresh of your partner center does the trick. Excellent. Just looking here. Available. Okay. Am I able to load companies if I don't have any information other than the company name and address?
Perfect.
Yeah. So do you want to take this one, Hadley?
Yeah, for sure. So what you're talking about here in the CRM with the companies. So from here, I do want to highlight when you do a bulk import, this would be a great way to get that contact name in there. When you are going to create companies here, this is the manual work that you would have to do in order to gather that information of the contact to get into that with the email address or their name or their phone number as well.
Mm-hmm. No, perfect. And as Hadley mentioned, if you know the name and you have an idea of the address and they show up on Google, you can start typing that company name in and the platform will try to fill the rest of that information in from Google. Now, as Hadley just mentioned, it's not going to find you a contact at that company. So if you need to know who the decision maker is, you'll have to do a little bit of legwork. You could check their website on the My Teams page. You can creep them on LinkedIn and see who the owner is. Or at the very least, you can find an email for their customer service or whatever email you're able to find and add that as a contact that is connected to this company. But yes, the answer is you can load a company even if you only have the company name. And if for whatever reason it's not able to find the company, let's say it's a service area business that doesn't connect well with our search functionality, you can simply just add that in manually, hit create, and then as you find out more information, you can always add more. You can add all that information from the company's page itself down the line. Great question, David. All right. I think we are going to, oh, Carla, I see it did work to refresh. So thank you for that update. I think we'll call it there today. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, everyone. That was awesome. I'm just.
Do you want to give them a sneak peek of what we're going to talk about next week?
Yeah, for sure. So up next week, same time, same place, we are going to be going over social marketing. So this time roles are reversed. Nathan is going to be actually in my spot. I'm going to be in Nathan's spot. But yeah, hopefully we will see you all next week for our social marketing.
It's going to be great. We're going to talk a little bit about how you can train up your social AI so that it can write relevant content. We're going to show you how you can see how your posts are performing. So don't miss it. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nathan, for your assistance. And we will see you all next week.